Welcome everyone, this is Mr. Eves and we're going to be talking about decimal word problems. And to start off, we're going to start off with number 1, but before we do that I want to bring in some scratch paper to help me do this. So I'm going to bring some scratch paper in, number 1. And it says a bicycle weighs 32.5 pounds, 32.5 is my key, and then 7.8 pounds is also the next key. And it says what is the total shipping weight for the bicycle and its box? So that's talking, when we're talking about total, that's addition. So let's go ahead and set up our problem. So we have 32.5 added to 7.8. So there's our addition problem. Now remember, the most important thing whenever we add is we line up these decimals. So we have those decimals lining up. That's the most important thing that we can do. Now once I've done that, I'm going to add like normal. So I'll forget about my decimal for a minute and go 5 plus 8, which is 13, carry the 1. Then I go 7 plus 2 plus 1 is 10, carry the 1. 1 plus 3 is 4. Now once I have that, you're going to notice that I have a natural spot for where my decimal goes, and I'm just going to bring it right down. So I have 40.3. I go ahead and box that answer. Then I'm going to come over here and look for 40.3. And I notice that it's right here. And the letters are I and N. So I go ahead and box that and then cross it out once I've marked it off on the bottom. And I'm going to put my answer over here off to the side. Now, number 2, it says the members of the Pedal Pusher Bicycle Club have traveled 134.8 miles. So I'm going to highlight that of their 200-mile bike trip. So I'm going to highlight that. How many more miles do they have to go? So we're talking about subtraction here because we're having the difference between how far they went and how far they have to go. So let's go ahead and set that up. Now you're going to notice that 200 doesn't have a decimal, so I'm going to add that in, a decimal and a 0, so we have the same amount of placeholders. And once I've done that, I'm going to go ahead and borrow across the zeros, so I take away from the 2, and then I'm just going to borrow all the way across zeros. Once I've done that, I'm going to just subtract like normal. 8 from 10 is 2, 4 from 9 is 5, 3 from 9 6, and 1 from 1 is 0. And then we bring our decimal straight down. We have 62.5. I'm going to go ahead and box that and put it up there and look for it over to the right. I found it. I'm going to put it down in the box. On number 2, I'm going to put U and N. Go ahead and cross that out. All right, number 3. It says a stone dropped from a tower. A tower falls 4.9 meters the first second and 14.7 meters the next second. How far does it fall during the 2 seconds? So key things are right there. And we're talking about how far does it fall for the 2 seconds, so we got to add those. And let's go ahead and set up our addition problem. Once we have it set up, we just add like normal. Gives us 16, then 9, then 1. Bring our decimal down. Go ahead and put it in there. Box our answer, put it in there, and we're going to look for it. You're going to notice that it's not on this side, but it's actually lower on the page, so we're not going to worry about it right now. We'll go to the next page. Now on the bottom, we found that number 1 was IN, so we're going to put N right there. Then I also found 19.6, which is right there. I'll go ahead and cross that out and put it in box number 3. So in box number 3, I'm going to put the letter E, N. And don't forget that I need to put in box number 2. What do I need to put in box number 2? Let's look back really quick. Box number 2, I need to put U in. So let's get through there back to where we need to be at. So box number 2, I'm going to put U, N. Once I have that, we're good to go. Keep finishing that page, and you're going to notice that you'll come up with your little riddle. Now, the back side of the page, it says, what position does a pig play in basketball? Now, right over here, this is giving us a diagram of a diamond, baseball diamond. So I'm going to use that to illustrate. It says, on a baseball diamond, the distance from home plate to the pitcher's mound is 60.5. So I'm going to go ahead and put 60.5. Okay. And from the pitcher mound to second base is 66.8. So the pitcher mound is not quite in the middle. Now, it wants to know, A, it says how far is it from home plate to second base. So we add those two together, and that gives us 127.3. Now, part B says from home base to first base is 90 feet. So that's how far it is. It wants to know how much less of the distance from home plate to second is it. So we look at that, and we subtract, and that gives us 37.3. These are just some basic problems you're going to notice. We'll go to the bottom of the worksheet, and we're going to go to cross out 37.3. So we go ahead and cross that out. And whatever's left over is going to give us our answer. So we have 37.3, and I'm trying to think. Our other one, let's see if we can find it. I'm looking for it. The other one is on there. Let me look back on the page. We want 37.3 and 127.3. So we found that 127.3, which is right here. We're going to cross that out also. So as you answer your problems, you're going to cross them out, and whatever's left over is going to be the answer to the riddle. I hope you enjoyed this little lesson on decimal word problems. Good luck, and have a great day.